Okay.
All right.
Well,
There we go.
hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Anthology, Life of the Showgirl. It's the Speak Now edition. And I'm Holly. And obviously, this is Taylor.
Hi, Holly. I heard you were going to talk about me today, so I thought I'd show up.
Well, thank you for showing up.
Different Taylor.
Different Taylor.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
the real Taylor.
Yay.
But we are going to talk about this Taylor today.
For sure. For sure. I'm so excited. Everyone knows that Speak Now is my favorite.
It is Holly's favorite.
It's my absolute favorite. So we're doing a quick recap on the era, and then we're going to be talking about song 3 because we're in this third era. And that, my friends,
that song is Back to December. A song of love and regret. Beautiful song.
I could literally talk about Speak Now for the rest of my life, how much I love this album, but also like what it meant culturally. So let's just recap where we left off. So when we last were with you all, we were leaving the Fearless era. So Taylor has one album of the year for Fearless. She has obviously one video of the year. We've had the Kanye incident. We have had her catastrophic, not catastrophic, her like meteoric, what is the word I'm looking for?
Meteoric
rise through the world in her career. And now we are entering Speak Now. And Speak Now is so special to me for several reasons. One, but first of all, let me just this is a pivotal change in the trajectory of Taylor's career. This album, there was so much going on that I just want to recap really quickly. And this is how it's different from the first two eras.
Yes.
So by the time we reach Speak Now, Taylor is a household name, just straight up household name. Okay. She has also started dating famous people. Okay. So now she is in the she's in Us Weekly all the time. She is a main character in tabloids. She is on the Ellen Show quite regularly. She is on the cover of like Teen People and 17 and all of these. She is
she's the movie.
Yes, the movie. She is everywhere, and she's also debut and Fearless. She was writing about her perspective of life, but the characters in her life were not also famous. And so this is the first album where the people that she is writing about were also reading about in magazines. Okay. So we have Joe Jonas, we have Taylor Lautner, we have John Mayer. These are all people that are equally Joe Jonas and John Mayer are super famous also. So we have this merging. This is the first time she is.
Well, Taylor Lautner was too, because that was Twilight time.
Yeah, that's Twilight. So he was super famous also. So everyone's famous. Okay. So now we have the world are her writing absolutely changes because of this. Because of the stories that she's telling, we can place in what we're reading about. Okay. And this was a huge change. She's also, this is the first album where she does a total clap back at things that have happened to her that we actually witnessed. So we have the first reaction musically to Kanye West. We have her reactions to Joe Jonas and, the 47-second voicemail breakup.
Yes.
We have Taylor Lautner, all of that. So we have the Kanye West.
We have her reacting to the critic.
We have her reacting to the critics. Now, I will say that when the critics that were now, you know, after she won Album of the Year, the mood for most critics were, oh, this is when she can't dance, she can't sing, she'll never be able to do it again. She's not writing her own music. Everyone else is doing all of this for her, and there's no way that she can reproduce this. So when this album came out, it was honestly the first, I mean, in my world, like life-changing power move by a woman that is new in an industry anywhere, because everyone was calculating, I guess, or anticipating, or just because we're used to seeing this happen, where all these people can do all these things to you, and you just still have to remain this pretty smiley face without a reaction that is normal to a human when you're getting, like, you know, shit talked on every, you know, platform in every form of media imaginable at the time. So when she came out and she was like, this is my new album and I did it all myself, like, just to that alone, when she was like, I am the only writer, I did everything solo. Now what are you going to say? That was like a huge moment, because no one was expecting this from her. This is when we really got to know the Taylor that we all truly adore and love, because this is when we realized that she's not just a pretty face that will surrender to whatever your, like, whatever your plans are for her. Like, she's going to do what she wants to do. She's also, this was the first time we learned that if you like if you do something to her, she's going to publicly address it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were not used to this in the personal way that she responded, you know, like, it was just, especially somebody that was still considered in the country music family of like the Country Music Academy. This is not behavior that women, you know, displayed, but certainly not really young women. Like, this was so incredibly ballsy and it's so outrageously unfortunately, like, it took, I mean, it's crazy in all of humanity. Like, this was like the first time that I, like, truly was like, holy shit. Like, I mean, a power move. Like, I'm going to absolutely regain the narrative with this whole album. Everything about this album is going to be a clapback, and it's going to be me using my voice in ways that you don't really want me to, but in the ways that I want to, because it's my life. And I am going to write from this viewpoint. And as you follow my journey with me, you are going to be informed upon, like, what I'm doing, the feelings that I'm feeling, how other people have made me feel, and how I can, like, truly change people's opinions about famous people. I mean, this was like the first time. I mean, of course there's been like rap battles and like diss tracks and all kinds of things.
Right.
But this was very, very unique to a famous singer-songwriter woman in the country music industry. I mean, you can even take like somebody like Madonna, okay? Or like all the scandals that Madonna has plowed through. You know what I mean? That she has completely dominated, that she has, you know, been, that she has survived. She never really addressed any of it in her music. Lyrically.
No, well, she doesn't write her own songs, and I think that's part of it.
This is what I'm saying. Like, these are like the women that are, like, have like reputations, or like, you know, like that are well known, but like they never really talked about it in their music. Like, their music and their, like, Us Weekly life were very separate. Yeah. So like, this was the first time that there was like a merging of, oh my God, she's she is talking about like what we all know about. Like she's addressing it to the masses. And it was
She's insane. She wrote a song about me.
Right. And like it was truly electrifying because it was like, yes, I'm so happy that she's not just going to never speak about the craziness of Kanye West, but we were prepared for that. All of society was completely prepared.
Innocent is not the clapback we kind of wanted, but we got clapbacks eventually. So
she had bigger fish to fry in
She did. We'll talk about that song at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Down the line, but not today. Because we have other things, but
we do have other things. But I will say that I think it is a completely it's so like a backhanded compliment, like in a way, innocent, because it's like it's the first time you see the Taylor that's like, I mean, you are an adult. You did do this to me. He was like, kid. I'm going to give you the grace right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're still an innocent. Like I'm looking at this from like a higher ground than you. And it was like, it was so ballsy. It was so ballsy, especially like, look at that. Like this was also when Kanye West was like so popular. I mean, he was shattering his own records. He was a cultural phenomenon in a lot of ways. I mean, he was really peaking in a massive way. So when you look at Taylor Swift so young in country music, Kanye West in rap and hip hop and all of it, like grown ass man, by the way, like it is like worlds that you don't really see like being combative very often. And most of the time it's like the guy says something and like the girl is like, well, I guess I'll just like mind my own business and never mention this again because you know,
or kind of wanting to take the higher road and let's move on from it.
Or like like, well,
or not bring more attention to it.
Right. Don't bring more attention to yourself. Don't you do that. He did all this to you, but like you have to be the like nice, good girl, smiling all the time, happy with whatever life dumps on you to appease the masses, because that's what girls do. Like they just take it and that's it. And that's it was iconic. It was iconic because it was just so empowering for women and girls everywhere. Okay.
Absolutely.
So this era to me is the first time we get introduced to the Taylor that she's not going to let things slide. And there is a part of her that is absolutely driven by her again, that compass that's like right versus wrong. If you did me wrong, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to say it. And I'm not going to protect you because this whole industry does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it.
It's really our first introduction to Petty Taylor.
Petty Taylor, yes.
It is. Love Petty Taylor.
I mean,
obviously she wrote songs in the first two albums that were about breakups, about people, mostly, boyfriends or whatever, who did not treat her well. But again, like you said, they weren't in the public eye. It wasn't a story that we knew.
Correct. We weren't following the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't really know. Like, this was the first time we realized, like, oh my God, she's writing from a place of truly, like, diaristic, really is her, like, life she's going to be writing about. Like, the only time that we could really connect that is, like, well, we saw the Joe Jonas thing, and now there's this. The Taylor Lautner thing, and now we have this. The Kanye West, the John Mayer thing, and now we have this. Okay? And, I mean, the shock and I mean the true incredible shock of Dear John will never not be one of the most badass things she has ever done. And that guy tried to sue her. Like, he was like tries to sue her, and the judge is like, "Nah, dear John letter, nope, try again."
Yep.
And also, it is the truth, and you are this person, and she exposed you, and people weren't used to this.
Yeah.
It's so sad that people were not
he wrote the
used
most
to it.
pathetic attempt
Pathetic.
at a clapback
Pathetic.
ever. First time I heard it, I'm like, oh, what a beautiful love song.
Yeah.
That's how pathetic it was. That's how
Right.
pathetic. Like, he can't.
You can't top. I mean, Dear John is so scathing. It's so scathing. And also, okay, we also need to talk about, I mean, I'm just sorry, but we have to talk about the fact that she played this live for the Speak Now Music Awards cycle with him in the audience. Like, this will never not be one of the greatest all-time things of all time. Like, it was,
I know.
Like, not only is she putting it on the album, oh, his ass is going to be sitting front row, and I'm singing this directly to him in front of the world, and with all of the sass and like Taylor's facial expressions during this time period were amazing. I highly recommend you all go look at the Dear John live at the Speak Now tour. She makes some faces.
The Speak Now tour is amazing. I don't want to say it's amazing because Reputation and Eras exist, but it's really good.
And her sass, like in this song, oh my God, in Dear John, the just straight up head, but like she was not playing, and she's calling people out, and it was our first introduction.
I could be misremembering this, but when she played Innocent at the VMAs, which was the year following the whole Kanye incident, I believe he also performed that same show, and I think it was right after her.
Yeah, he was
right before her. One of the two.
He was there, and like this is like getting our palates wet for the absolute and total slay of the century, which was coming up in a few years, which was the Look What You Made Me Do music video, world premiere with everyone live in the audience. And it was a masterpiece. Always will be, always has been. It's absolutely incredible. But this is laying the groundwork. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like vague booking almost, you know, like when you make a post and you really, it's about someone, but you don't mention their name necessarily, but you want that person to see it and to know it's about them. Like, it's very much that. I'm going to put this music video out and maybe they'll see it. I'm going to put this music video out and I know they're going to see it because just like, you know, Facebook, it's in their feed. Like, I know they're going to see it.
And they're going to be actually in the row.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the building.
Yeah.
And they're going to be forced to watch it. And it's going to be the most it's going to rock the entire planet. And I'm making it really obvious that who it's about and all of the shit that you've done. And at the same time, I'm just introducing the fact that the stupid ass emoji that you tried to use against me, I have now reclaimed, and I'm making it my own symbol. So F you. No, it was like literally, I cannot wait till we get to Reputation. But anyway, this is the groundwork for it. This was the first time we saw that she had that in her. She's not just going to disappear into whatever, or like, you know, quietly address these critics who are saying that she has no talent, and she obviously does. No, she's going to call them out, and she's going to prove them wrong, and she is going to win. And anybody, this is when this starts. This is when Tay Voodoo starts, and this is the Tay Boomerang, and this is the Karma Baton. This is when it starts. It starts right at the end of Fearless. You start talking shit about me, oh, I'm coming back. And anyone who touches that, like talking shit about me, you're going to get it too. And we're going to work in unison. Like, she needs this villain. She needs to have a target. And it's like, it's so important to her story because she overcomes all of them. So it's this true hero's journey where we get to like see it live, where it's like, oh, they did this. And now here's the comeback. You know what I mean? And like, oh my God, like it has the character arc that she creates is exquisite. Like, if this was a novel, I mean, this is like Lord of the Rings style, like Harry Potter type character arcs, and
an anthology.
It's an anthology, and it's truly remarkable. This is the first time that I can recall like feuds that were highly publicized. All these other people playing parts in it. Ellen sticking her weird, rude behavior into the mix everywhere. Taylor not being shy about it. She's like, "Oh yeah, he broke up with me in
the
voicemail. So, but like, here's this about that." And I am owning all of this, and no one's going to be able to tell me it didn't happen. That I wasn't there. That this guy is one way when he's not, when I've had this other experience with this person. And this other guy, Kanye, who just keeps inserting himself into my life for no reason. So Power Move album, this is why it's my favorite. It's also beautifully written. I love all the songs in here. She is growing up, and obviously she's exploring like adult themes, I would say. And the songwriting, just there's a like structural like difference. I think this is when she really gets into like melody writing, like on this album.
Yeah.
Really, really like intricate melodies and she's always been great at bridges, but there are like some, like Last Kiss, like come on.
I know.
Back to December's Bridge, like all the
Bridge.
Woo! I mean, exquisite. This is a perfect album, in my opinion. I don't think there's one skip on it. It is perfect. It is a perfect album that encapsulates so much about her, so many of the different sides that we had not been introduced to before. And it's super empowering, and it just is still great today. I mean, it's just perfect. I love it. I love it in every way possible.
I agree. And I also will argue that with the exception of Mean and maybe Innocent a little bit, it's a pop album. It wasn't marketed as a pop album,
right,
but it is. And so this, we were talking last episode about her, you could see that she was going to transition to pop.
Totally.
I became a Swiftie in the Red era, but then I like backed it up a bit, and I didn't go back all the way to the beginning because I knew the first two were country. So I went back to Speak Now, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is pop too." Like, and I would tell people And the thing is, and we can maybe talk more about this when we get to Red, is that this was at a time when pop artists and even like rock artists and stuff were starting to transition into country, not the other way around.
Yes, they were dabbling.
It was all for the money.
Definitely.
Because country fans were really the last to adopt streaming as a general mode of getting music. And so they were still buying physical music. And obviously that is much more profitable. And so artists like Kid Rock, for example, said, well, then I guess I can be country.
Yeah. And there was like this weird, like not weird, but like all of a sudden this like glamorization of country that it didn't. I mean, I think like Shania Twain like started that whole like the. I mean, I feel like she's a pop artist.
Yes, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like I feel like she's very much a pop artist that's masquerading in a country genre. Like, but nothing about it is country.
We'll save it for the next era of the repercussions of that for Taylor Swift, because it was mind-blowing a little bit. But she was ready to go pop. I think she had to be careful about how she did it, because she knew there were going to be repercussions.
Yeah, and I think like this album was really this album, its purpose for her, I think, was like, I am going to address the shit that's bothering me. The things that I've gone through, and I'm doing it my way and this way because they said that I can't. And so now I'm going to. And like,
she really said, I'm not going to be palatable. I'm not going to follow the map of people before me.
Right. And I'm not going to listen to what you think that I should do when I know I should be doing something else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to let you own my artistry. Like, I have things I want to say, and this is how I want them to sound when I say them. And let's just like nip this in the bud right now. If you're going to say that I can't ever have an album of the year again, then, and that I'm not really writing all my music, well, then I guess I'm just going to have to do this all by myself to prove the point. You know what I mean? Like,
prove it.
If they didn't say that, I don't know if this would be a solo venture album. It probably wouldn't have been. You know what I mean? It's much easier to do it the other way with collaboration.
Well, yeah. She enjoys collaborating.
Absolutely.
And obviously that helps to tweak her sound and change things up a bit. It gives her a different perspective. So I agree.
Absolutely.
I don't think it was. Yeah.
This was like the way harder way to have to go about it, you know? But it was because, you know, people just had all these opinions. I mean, it was just an insane amount of opinions.
Yeah. And that hasn't stopped. Insane amount of opinions. I do just want to go back a step and speak to what you were talking about, like creating a villain and her being the hero, the heroine of the story. And the thing is, and there are people say, oh, she's got a victim complex, blah, blah, blah. That's not it. I think really what it is, and why so many of us are drawn to her music and relate to her music, is because we want to feel like, even if not right now in our lives, at some point in our lives, we are going to be the hero in our story. We are going to do that clap back to the person that hurt us. And we are going to end up at the top of the mountain, even if it was a really hard trip to get there. And so
absolutely
aspirational to it, but it's so relatable, even though most of us have not even come close to living a life like hers. But the stories that she creates that, like you were saying, that the story becomes very relatable, aspirational, and something that we just collectively all want to feel.
Absolutely. And the thing about her, though, is that that's also super important to the character of Taylor, is that she does not shy away from looking like not the hero in some ways. Like, she does allow her, like, you know, vigilante side, her revenge side, her petty side when she's feeling it, because we all do. We're human. And she's saying, I'm this way too. You guys, if somebody does this to me, I'm going to do this. And that's what we would all do. You know what I mean? But she has the courage to show that, and not like, well, you better keep that to, like, you know, inside the walls of your house. And don't let anyone ever see that you're like mad about this, that you're upset by this, that you're still not over that you know, can't quite get past through this one, that you know, are still thinking about this after this, you know, predetermined amount of days that we think that you should think about this. You know what I mean? Like, all of this crap. She's like, I'm going to think about it as long as I'm going to think about it for.
Exactly. Like, I mean, the perfect example of that is, and again, we're kind of jumping to Red Era, but All Too Well. And there are so many people that say, oh my God, it was just a 3-month relationship.
Doesn't matter.
You're still not over it. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the time. It matters the strength of the emotions and the amount of hurt. Correct. And it's, you know, there isn't a formula. And so, again, you're right. It's like people try to put it in a box. People try to say, well, you shouldn't be feeling that way anymore. Why aren't you over X, Y, and Z?
Correct.
But
you'd
us,
be really
the real people, we carry that shit with us too.
Yes, because real people do. And like, this is why her career's lasted so long, is because she, at the heart of everything, is a flawed, complex character that is not one-dimensional. One-dimensional, non-flawed characters can only live in a certain environment for a certain amount of time. They do not grow as anything. They stay tiny. You know what I mean? They just like, she is real because she is real. And she's just like, well, you know, I'm pissed about this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm absolutely
that shit
pissed.
hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about it because I'm pissed. And I write about what I feel. It's literally what I do. So, sorry if I mean, can you imagine well, you should be more like so and so and so and so who might be going through it, but you never let it show. And blah, 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 blah. When has that ever worked out? Okay.
Yeah.
When has that ever worked out? Great. Let's just talk about it. Britney Spears, she played one role, and then what happened? It all went insane. Why?
Yeah, because she
conformed to what everyone was saying she had to look like, feel like, say, act like, what emotions she should project, all of the things. Always look happy, by the way. Let's always look happy. Don't forget to always look happy, even when the whole
world be beautiful and be sexy, but not too sexy.
Not too sexy, but most importantly, always look happy. That you're glad to be whatever, and that
you're glad to have people following you and taking your picture,
right,
and invading your privacy, and
right. And this guy who ripped your world apart and got to write this diss track about you, you just brush that under the rug and come out with a cool beat and a dance thing and make us all dance. And this is this is the life of the showgirl, because it's this is the facade. Always look this way, regardless of how you actually feel, because it's a show. Yeah. And she's like, nah, I'm not doing that. No, thank you. In fact, I'm going to write a song that's 10 minutes long that burns this guy to the ground. Okay?
Yep.
And you know what I mean? And I will not ever let it go. Why should I?
Why should I?
Why should I?
Didn't do the wrong thing. They did the bad thing. They did the hurtful thing. Why should I move on and let it go and pretend to be over it when I'm not?
Yeah, she owns all the shit that she does. Even when she's like, yeah, I cheated on this guy and did it. She writes about it. She's not there's no sugarcoating of her flaws, which I find the most endearing part of her. She's vulnerable, and she reacts, and she has all of the emotions that all of us have. Do you know what I mean? All of them. We all have them. And she has allowed herself, actually demanded that her emotions be allowed to enter the conversation and not have to be some, just bullshit happy face because somebody in some boardroom, in some office building, in some city thinks that it's more marketable if all this crap that's happened to you is not really ever shown. You know what I mean? Just don't show it. Put on a super fluffy dress and just be happy because you're a girl and you're, and it's just going to work out better for your audience. Well, joke's on them, because she has the world's biggest audience. You know what I mean? And that's why this is so badass, because it's every voice, that every voice in this industry was telling her to do this differently. They were all saying, bottle it down. You know what I mean? Push it in. Don't let it escape your house. Don't, you just look pretty and sing fun songs about, happy.
Shut up and be pretty. Yeah.
Shut up and be pretty, and just embrace and enjoy the ride, because it's also going to be ending when you're 30, because then you'll be too old to even have any relevance, and your feelings, emotions, and experience won't even matter. So just enjoy the very short ride that we are giving you, period. And she said no. And I love that about her. I love that about her. And she's opened so many doors for women, just in general, across the board, not even in music, in everything, just in daily life. I mean, I know that I have learned so much about emotional validation from being a Swiftie. Do you know what I mean? You know what? That is bullshit. You know what? That is a very good way of looking at it. Maybe, blanket, whatever. oh, you know, she's being like petty and vindictive. I can relate because it's just a natural reaction to hurt.
Yeah, or if I'm doing something or going through something in my life and it's not perfect, it's not maybe something I don't want to talk about to other people because I might feel judged or whatever. Right. Like there's a song or two that of Taylor's that I can put on and understand what I'm going through a little bit more. Really? I can, you know, work through it. I can, you know, experience it in a different way.
Absolutely. Because you feel heard because somebody else is experiencing it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you must understand because like, this is exactly how I feel. Whether it's the same topic or not, doesn't even matter. It's just emotion based. Yeah. Like, so it's like, I understand this feeling because this experience that I'm having is making me feel like this. Yeah. And I can now like qualify that in my head and know that like, if somebody says to me, oh, just get over it, or like, you know, it doesn't matter, or like, this situation over here holds more value than yours over here because of how whatever viewpoint they're trying to do. Like, it's bullshit. Like, it's like being able to be an artist that truly allows people to process their emotions is really rare. I mean, I actually cannot really even think of another one that has allowed me to like truly recognize and appreciate even all the painful emotions because it's just being human. You know what I mean? Like, no, we're not perfect. Taylor's not perfect. Yeah. And isn't that like so like breath of fresh air to feel like you're not living up to this person who's never made a mistake in their entire life and spends every day happy? I mean, how can you even live up to that? How can anyone? I would feel like I am everyday flawed if everyone surrounding me was always just like, everything's great and there is no other thing to think about and anything that happens, just brush it off. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, what's wrong with me? Because I can't do any of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. There must be something wrong with me. You know what I mean? And I feel like women for a long time have felt like, well, there must be something wrong with me. And it's hysterical woman syndrome and all of the things that make us feel lesser than. And she was like, nope, I'm putting it into it. And it's starting with Speak Now. And I am speaking now, and I'm speaking about all of this. And I'm doing it alone so that nobody in his basement writing shit about what I am can be brought down a few pegs. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nobody knows better who she is than her.
Correct. It's like, correct. Were you there? No, you weren't. Were you anywhere even near me? No, you weren't. You don't know anyone that's involved in this. Oh, you don't? Oh, you've never been through anything even remotely similar because you don't even process emotions at all. Oh, okay. So you are not even qualified to even speak on anything that is happening inside of me. And no one is except the person that's feeling the thing. You know what I mean? Like, all we need is ourselves to qualify what we're feeling. And I think Taylor has taught us a lot and brought that to the forefront of it's okay to qualify your own emotions, and you don't need anyone else to tell you how you feel.
Absolutely. Now, first of all, apologies if you can hear the train. I have my windows open because it's a gorgeous night and I live by a loud train. But let's talk about a mistake that Taylor made and I think carried with her she feels she made, and I think carried with her for a long time. And one of the very rare times in her life that she hurt someone in the relationship, and not the other way around. And that brings us back to Mr. Lautner, Mr. Tan Skin.
This is a beautiful song because it is like, it is a looking into like, oh shit, I didn't treat this person the way that I would demand to be treated or expect. You know what I mean? I was in the wrong here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely. Like, I get why you don't want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I also took advantage of the love that you had for me because you gave me flowers. I just left them there to die. I just didn't.
It's like you were so good to me. You were so nice. There was nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything wrong.
It was me.
It was just the wrong time. And you know, it's really one of the only songs I think that she has that's really like well, except for the one, obviously, but the one that got away kind of a feel that, and I think
Midnight Rain is like
every,
awesome. I think Midnight Rain is very similar in.
Well, I think Midnight Rain is about Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, that's why I think it's very similar.
Yeah,
Like,
but right, definitely. And I think that sheds a little bit more light on why she didn't feel they were compatible at that time, because she was so focused on her career.
Totally. Right. And it's just like, it wasn't that you, it's just, it's like it's like the first time that she's like, I think, pondering how it all works. Like how many things have to like go into making love work. Like, it's not just like, it's like, you're a really great guy and I can recognize that. And I even realized that I loved you in the fall. Like I really understand that, like, but it's not just that. It's not, love isn't only about like you're really good and I'm really good and like da, da, da. It's like timing and wants and ambitions, and like it just didn't work, not because you did something flawed to me. It's that we're just in two different places, you know what I mean? And it still sucks. It like hurts because I get it, you know. And maybe I should have done this and I should have done that. And if I could go back again, I would change it, and I would change how I handled it. You know what I mean? Because I know I clearly hurt you, but I probably wouldn't. I would change how it ended, maybe, but like not it ending.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think there's a part of her that maybe thought, if I was a different person, or if I put aside my ambitions, we could get married and live a life together and be happy.
But that's I'd have to change who I am.
Exactly. She knew herself well enough to know that she really couldn't be happy if she put those things aside.
Right. So it could, like, right. So like it's like the complexities of love, like how it's just not always as simple as we fell in love and that's it. It's like, but wait, for this to actually really work, I would have to like change fundamentally everything about everything that I want.
Yeah.
And just to not like hurt you because you're a good guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just like, it's being human's complex. You know what I mean? There's just no escaping that.
It is. And I think it was probably very complicated for her because she, as we know, put love on such a high pedestal.
Totally.
And relationships and all that sort of thing. And then it's like it was presented to her, and all of a sudden she was like, well, wait a second.
Right. Like,
I said I want this, but there's still something that's not right about this.
Right. Like, why is this exactly everything I've wanted, but I'm still not going to like, what, you know what I mean? It's not right. Even though it's technically right, it's not right.
Yeah.
And so it's confusing because it's like, well, on paper, this is perfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, on paper, this is like great. And like, you are all the things. And like, this is exactly how I want this to go, except for the fact that I'm actually not ready to be this person yet. Like, I'm just like not ready yet. I'm just not ready when it comes down to it. Like, my like fantasy about love and, you know, all of this is still my fantasy of love and all of that. But it's just, I don't want it now because there's more I've got to do. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's why, I think she did date Corey Monteith in between Taylor and John Mayer, but that was pretty short-lived. Do you think that's why she sort of went for somebody like John Mayer? Like, he's not gonna be the guy. I mean, maybe she wanted him to be, or she was kind of fooling herself a little, but maybe there was some sort of part of her that, or maybe was sort of going for the opposite of Taylor Lautner, the bad guy, the guy with the bad reputation, the older, this, da, 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 da. You know, you could list all the qualities of John Mayer. And
I mean, I think it was a chemistry thing. Like, I think it was like a chemistry thing. You know what I mean? Like, it was like I mean, sometimes you just can't help it. Like, it's not like, sometimes you just can't help it. Yeah. And so I think it was really probably no thinking whatsoever about like, there was like, I don't think there was like a diagram of like him versus John Mayer. I think it was like, she was also like her like trajectory of her career was like going up. So she was like experiencing different people, different places, different scenarios, different like, you know, atmospheres of like, as she's like, you know, introduced to different parts of the music industry, you know what I mean? And I think that John Mayer is probably one of those guys that it was just instantaneously like, oh, I need to explore this more. And I don't really give a shit about like what happened. Like, it's like, I'm just like so attracted to this person for whether it's like mentally or physically or both. Like there's like, it's like a, you know, all encompassing. And then it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Now that I'm like, now I'm in deep and I'm realizing what a dick you are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know, like
the duet probably should have been the sign that he was not going to be a good partner.
Yeah, like a lot of it.
I looked it up recently. She's not even credited. It's not a featuring Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
it's wild to me how he.
There's a lot of things about him that are like absolutely phenomenally wild to me. And how he's like no ex of his has like a great thing to say about him except Katy Perry, which
I mean they were together for a long time, but I mean look at Katy Perry. I mean
exactly.
That's
like I feel like I don't know, like that's just like I don't feel like that, you know, I don't know, but like look at the whack shit. Like I mean like he obviously has like major problems. I mean, I would just say that. Like, I can even feel comfortable saying that as like a person who does not know him personally.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
he said things. He said racist things. He said, I mean, I will go
disgusting.
to my grave not understanding if sexual napalm is a compliment or a diss. I have no idea. It could go either way.
It can go either way. And I think that's like, so I think that's also sort of like the world that he lives in, where you can't tell if it's a compliment or not, and you're always just in this puzzling like limbo world with him of like, is this
what's emotional abuse?
Emotional abuse. Yeah,
the whole description of Dear John
is narcissistic personality disorder.
It is
emotional abuse.
It's emotional abuse. It's I'm gonna keep you on eggshells. I'm gonna switch up just as soon as you think you know what I want, I'm gonna switch it up and gonna want something else.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's so illuminating to me that he's like, oh no, that's not how it was, because of course you don't think that's how it was.
Right. You think
that's what she experienced.
And almost like everyone that's ever dated you has also experienced this. Like, it's not even It's not even just her. Like, it's people like, he's the worst. You know what I mean? Look what he did to Jessica Simpson.
Right.
I mean, there is like some insanity that's, I mean, like, what? I mean, I would be shocked to my soul if he was not a narcissistic, a malignant narcissistic sociopath. I mean, I'm saying it because like his behaviors towards a whole array of women.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, he's the worst. Mind games, horrible emotional abuse, like really like messed up games. Like John Mayer moved in to Jessica Simpson's parents' house after they broke up.
I know.
What?
Weird.
What?
It's like, weird that they were together in the first place. Like,
dude, it's so insane. Like, it's crazy. And he was too old. So there's like an other thing that's going on. It's like being a narcissist and also being a groomer, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean, she
like
was a legal age, so it's, you know, it's like, I can't, but it still was an abuse of him being older, him being more experienced.
Absolutely.
Him having more, I mean, she still had a lot of pull in the industry, obviously, at that point, but he had a much longer.
It wasn't
on par.
Like, he was in his 30s. Like, he was in his 30s. She was 18 or 19 years old.
19, yeah.
I mean, that is crazy as shit to me. Like, I think about who I was at that age in my 30s. There's not a chance.
Oh my God, no.
Zero chance that I would be remotely interested at all in any circumstances whatsoever with anyone
No.
Even in their early 20s. But if their age had teen in it, I would be like, no. It wouldn't even enter my mind.
No. Absolutely not.
It's
Hey,
weird.
I thought you were talking about me. Why are you talking about that guy?
Yeah, well, because it's like, sorry, but like, it's one of those things.
I just use the picture again.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. This album's so remarkable because it shows so many different of her emotions that are not all just like whimsical and like wide-eyed looking into the future in a positive kind of like, just
because she'd been hurt. She'd been
right. Now she's like lived a bit. You know what I mean? She's lived. And she's like, oh wait, hold on. There's other things that I need to address. And that's the astounding amazingness of Speak Now. And it's just when we knew. It's when I knew. It's when I knew that she was no one to mess with. She will never be silenced. And she was truly like an artist that is living their truth, whether it looks good or not. You know what I mean? Because like,
I mean, it takes courage to be able to put it all out there.
It takes an extreme amount of courage to show your flaws to even anyone in private, much less like to the entire planet. Or say like, I was so hopeful about this, but this guy turned out to be a complete and total a-hole. You know what I mean? That takes a lot.
And she knew, again, it's like she's putting it out there and she knows we know who she's talking about. That takes even more bravery.
Well, absolutely, because it's like, she came out swinging on this album. It was like all these famous people, like all at once. You're like, oh my God. Like, it is really like not caring about the ramifications that are headed her way for being so vocal about her life experience with these people that we all know from being, celebrities. It was the first time I was ever like was exposed to that, like in a way that was like not just like a diss track, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like in depth, like detailed information.
Well, and when for sure, like, I mean, there's songs like You Ought to Know or like You're So Vain, where there's always this, is it about this person? Is it about this person? Or maybe it comes out 10 years later that it's about that person. And you're like,
it's basically in real time that this was happening. And she made like clues that were so obvious. This is the other brilliance of it. Like getting off the plane, the month, the
tan
times,
skin,
like
the guitar, the electric guitar, like, Dear John.
I mean, the song, dear, like having
the name,
the name was.
But I mean, there's other things too. Like just in case you were like, oh no, Dear John, just could be anything. It could be anything.
Like we're gonna make the guitar sound like exactly how he plays when we're on stage in this like world tour. We're going to have the guitar player sort of look like John Mayer in mannerisms.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
You know what I mean? Like it's absolutely getting by no one. I'm going to make this really obvious who this is about. Okay.
I aspire to be that petty. I mean, it is just.
It is a chef's kiss, but it's also just like
it takes bravery too. Like it takes so courage to do that.
Absolutely, it's so. And oh my God, like the switching of the narrative in Dear John, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wrote you a song when she, it is so good. Like, it's excellent. It's a chef's kiss. It's like it takes so much bravery, courage, like strength to do this and then perform it across the globe, then perform it in front of him. Like, it is crazy amazing. Like, it's like, yes, girl, yes, do not let them get away with this. And she hasn't. And that's the message. She doesn't let anyone get away with it. And she's a shining example for everyone, not just women, for everyone. About owning your emotions and accept, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can be, you know, this person, but I can also do vigilante shit, which is like, and I can do karma. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many sides to me. You know, I'm not just this, and I'm not just that. I'm everything that all of you are.
I'm every woman. It's all in me.
Yeah. And it, you know, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to our song. We talked more about Dear John than Back to December.
Because I mean, because you can't help it though.
So good. I know it's just so good.
You just can't help it.
I absolutely understand. My favorite part of Back to December is the bridge.
Oh, absolutely.
It's bridge excellency. It's so good. It's so melancholy, and it just, you feel that feeling of regret, which I have often said is the worst feeling, because you can't you feel bad about it, you can't do anything. You cannot go back in time and change it.
You can't.
Because you can't. So
you can't. But also in the bridge, like, hold on, I love that she just like sort of also like slides into this extremely like emotional landscape of the bridge itself, but she also like does a massive Easter egg about her crying during the Kanye thing, the first time you ever saw me cry. And this is
right, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, she's like, I'm just gonna timestamp this again. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just really just gonna do this. Like, the first time you ever saw me cry. And it's just so in real time. Like, it's incredible. I love it. Oh my God. And so good to me, so right. You know what I mean? Like, you were all these things, but it's still, it's me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gave me all your love.
And if I loved you again, I swear I would do it right. But I can't go back. So I'm also kind of like,
can't get it on the camera. I have it on my arm because I love it. Oh, there it is. Because I tried to like the speak now writing on the arm, and I
absolutely
done it on this arm, but I'm right-handed, so I couldn't.
Oh yeah, don't. Yeah.
Yes, and that's, God, I mean, that's the thing about regret. It's, you have that hindsight of, if I could change it, I would give anything to change that decision or what I said or whatever, but you can't. Even if you can, you know, sit down and talk, you know, small talk, work in the weather, you know, and apologize for it. Like I talked about in the last video of, you know, meeting back up with somebody from high school and being able to talk through all the things. It helps with the hurt, but the hurt is, you can't erase it.
Yeah, and I think like this song is more of an apology than it is like, I wish that you were still mine kind of thing, because it's more like, I recognize what I did as wrong and I'm apologizing for it. And if I could go back, I would change how I handled this, but I can't. So all I can do is do this. But I'm not also going to try to get our relationship back because I know it's not correct. So do you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird mix of like melancholy, regret, but like self-assured in a way. Like, I didn't really make the wrong decision. I just handled I wish I didn't
have to hurt you by making
correct. Yes. Like, I wish I could take that part back, but not being with you, you know? And so like, that's like a very like adult theme. Like, that's like a very like very mature way of writing something. You know what I mean? At this time period, I think like most people are not like, you know, I'm just like replaying all this, and if I could go back to that day, I would change it. You know what I mean? But like I can't. And I do go back there and think about it. I just want you to know it crosses my mind. I do think about it. But we're kind of like better off like this. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, we just want different things. And because, you know, like if she really wanted that relationship back, I mean, I'm sure she would have she would have resolved, like there would have been some sort of resolving of that. You know what I mean? But she moved on. And so it was like, I'm not upset that we're not together. I'm just upset about how I did it.
And I love that they are friends now.
Oh my God, me too. It's the best. It is the greatest because there was no like obvious like drama. You know what I mean? There wasn't like this, oh, somebody had to, nobody did anything to like the other person besides it just not working out. They're like their ages, you know what I mean? Like there was like that time in their life. Like it just like does a lot of times it just doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
Circumstances. It's just if it's not meant to work out, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And
totally.
You can be friends with an ex. You absolutely can.
Absolutely.
There are circumstances that have to take place, but
I'm friends with a lot of my exes.
Yeah, same. I have a lot of them that come back and contact me. I look better in the rear view, apparently. But yeah, that's another reason that I love that they're friends, just because I do think that the sort of the idiom or the societal expectation is that you can't be friends with an ex, and she's showing, and he is too.
Absolutely.
You can be. They're not best friends or anything, but the sheer fact that she put him in a music video and then had him on the stage to premiere the video.
I know. For this album's vault. It's so great. And also, like, she even says, like, I steal, like in Invisible Strings, where she's like, now I send their babies presents. Like, I've like grown out of like, my, harboring all of this for certain people. You know what I mean? Certain people never get the comfort of me sending them a present, but the ones that are, that didn't do all the bad things, they're worth it, and I'm big enough to mend those relationships. So,
and take, I don't know, the good things that worked and take away the dynamic that didn't work.
Absolutely. And let's just talk about the melody in this song. The song is so incredibly melodic and like absolutely wonderful. And the chorus build up, the swelling of the chorus is exceptional. It's exceptional. The crafting of this song is beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is. I love it.
It's almost as if there's a full orchestra.
Totally. It's very robust. It's like this album is so incredible. And like, let's just talk about Last Kiss, because it's so, this is like the achingness in Last Kiss, and the bridge of Last Kiss is diabolical. It's diabolical. It's diabolical.
Have an episode on Last Kiss.
We do, and it's so diabolical.
Go back and watch it. Both Holly and I are emotionally destroyed.
Totally. At different points in my life, Last Kiss has absolutely just leveled me. It just completely blew up my life. Yes. So yeah. So
where she can't finish the lyric. It's a good song.
Yeah. And like, I will say that I am Speak Now, the original version for life. Like for life, there's no questions. There's zero questions. I am the original every day of the week on this one. Every day. No question. All right. So I think that we've like really got through all of the amazing complexities of this era and why it was so pivotal and so important and so absolutely, I feel like culture shaping in so many ways. It was really a defining era, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yay.
So tomorrow we're gonna fully take the pop world by storm.
Absolutely.
And we are going Taylor Swift's inevitability in the next era.
We're gonna do Red 1989, and then
Red is next. Yeah. And then we know we're doing one at a time, so people know the order.
One at a time.
We're previewing a little bit, so we'll have a lot of fun with that, and we'll get into our pop girly eras. And
Craziness.
we're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer to Showgirl. I'm so excited.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. I'm like literally.
Yeah, we're talking about what we're gonna do on the 3rd in terms of maybe do a live or something like that. Of course, after we go see the movie in the theater.
Definitely. Yay! Yeah. I'm so excited. I like literally cannot wait. I'm so pumped. I'm ready. I am so ready to hear this album. I'm just so ready. You know what I mean? I just can't wait. Excited. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
All right, guys. So here we go. Catch us next time when we pick back up with Red. But until then, and always, peace, love,
and Swifties
forever.